Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Crypto, Coffee, and LoFi. Hopefully the fucking volume is fixed up for this episode. I don't have my editor on at the moment, so the audio is a little bit out of whack. I'm just doing it myself for some reason. Even though we are, like 65 episodes into this shit, I still cannot figure out how to get the audio just right. So hopefully it's all set up now. So not much has changed since the previous episode, so this will just be a quick one. If you are new here, I am just using the same pattern as an entry trigger and defined my entry zones. So what is that pattern? I look for a sweep followed by a break in structure. I then look for price to revisit this range and then form the same pattern again. So essentially what this is doing is allowing me to find accumulation and distribution in the market. If we're accumulating, do we have an obvious objective that price could reach towards, for an example, previous area of distribution or equal highs or something like that? And same for distribution. If we do start to distribute, do we have obvious areas that price could be distributing towards? So now that we've gotten that out of the way, if you want to hear if you want to see more details into the strategy, you can go down to the first few videos that I created. I have a tutorial playlist. Feel free to go and check those out. So nothing much has changed. In the previous episode, I went over that I was looking for a sweep above this high, and then if we saw some distribution there, then I can look to get short. So we did get the move above that high. However, we haven't yet seen enough evidence for me to enter any short positions. So even though we had this sweep and break in structure, I need to see the pattern form twice and it needs to be clear. So until we see something like this, there's not really any trigger or reason for me to be sticking in shorts. So let's say we do get this pattern. Let's say we do see the short trigger. Then I'll look to get short below these lows and into this high right here. If I do get short and we reach into this high and start to accumulate, then I will look to get long into 50K. But if we fail to accumulate, then I will continue to hold the shorts into below this low. But for now, like I explained, there's not enough evidence for me to get short. And if anything, price looks like it's about to have another leg up. So it's a little bit clearer here on Ethereum. So you can see the obvious accumulation here, taking out the low, breaking above the high, revisiting the range, taking out these equal lows, breaking above this high, taking out the group of lows here, reaching into a level of demand, and continuing up. So what we're seeing here is buyers just stepping into the market at obvious areas of demand. It's just showing that there is demand in the market. And then when you come up and you see previous levels of distribution, what you need to see is price redistributing if we are in a downtrend. So we are in that previous level of distribution now. You can see we sweep out this high. We swept out this high, breaking below the low, revisiting, sweeping out this high, breaking below this low. Still not quite enough evidence for me to get short. There is an opportunity here. I'll just draw this out. Just the same pattern over and over again. So yeah, I do have those tutorials, or you can click in the link in the description below. You can pick up a copy of the strategy. I go into more detail there. So if we get something like this, a break below this low, then we can look to short into this low right here and into the weekend lows as well. But yeah, I've done a little bit of back and forth in this range. Switching up my bias has caused me to lose a little bit of money. So I think I'm just going to wait for some clear entries and clear setups. Try not to overtrade here. We are in a little bit of a rough spot. So we are reaching into higher time frame resistance. So it's difficult to enter long positions here. But because we were in a temporary uptrend and we haven't seen any break in structure to the downside yet, it's still a little bit too early to be considering high probability shorts as well. So I think I'll just be waiting, seeing if we get the break below the low here, then I'll look to get short. But let's say this fails and we just accumulate something like this, then we can look to get long, targeting this high here and then these equal highs as well. So really try not to overcomplicate this. Bitcoin and Ethereum reaching into higher time frame resistance, so being cautious in longs. If you were long from the bottom, I would suggest taking profit, but that's completely up to you. It's a little bit difficult to enter high probability shorts here as well because we still haven't broken any structure, but we are seeing the beginning stages of distribution on both Bitcoin and ETH. No worries, guys. I'm going to cut the episode here. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to learn more, click the link in the description below. And we do have the easy and easy at indicator as well. There's a link for that in the description. This pretty much just replicates my manual strategy one for one. So all of the lines that I have drawn here, all of the targets, the indicator will print an entry and it will draw out the targets for you. No worries, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.